Martina says, I used to think conspiracy theories were radical, but as time goes by, it does make people wonder. And then we have Kev saying conspiracy theories are just the label they put on critical thinkers. All right, so calling audible here. I'm gonna talk about conspiracy theories on this. So here's the thing about conspiracy. I sound like Jerry Seinfeld. Here's the thing about conspiracy theories, but so there's conspiracy theories and there are conspiracy theories, and that's the part. Like it's a shame that they're lumped into the same term, because there are conspiracy theories that are 1,000% true. For example, MK Ultra was a real thing. The CIA tried to use LSD to control for mind control the population. That's a real thing, and it didn't work, at least. Well, I mean, the funny thing is that if it did work, we wouldn't know if it worked. That's so, maybe it worked.
If it did work, we wouldn't know about it at all.
We wouldn't know,
yeah.
Like.
Or
that's what they want us to think.
That's what
exactly. Yeah,
that's a conspiracy theory.
That one's the funniest one to me. That MK Ultra actually did work, and that's how we got Trump supporters.
It's at the end of Naruto when they all got put under genjutsu. And they're like, "Oh, is this real life? We don't know. We'll never know." You know what I mean?
The LSD is on the brim of the hat and it seeps into your skin.
And there's like the Gulf of Tonkin. Didn't happen. It was a bullshit lie to help Lyndon Johnson to defend his actions in Vietnam. The CIA was smuggling drugs and cocaine all around the world. Those conspiracy theories are real, and they're grounded in reality, and they have a connection to material benefit for an organization or a person. And then there's conspiracy theories like we didn't go to the moon. Like a conspiracy theory that does, or the earth is flat, like that don't make any sense at all.
Fucking lizard people that the government is.
Yeah. And so it's just like, and so I hate that they're combined together, because what you have to ask, it's like what Lenin said, look who benefits, and then you see from there. No one benefits from spreading this idea that the earth is flat. This something that we disproved literally thousands of years ago. I think it was Eratosthenes who not only figured out that the earth was flat just by looking at fucking shadows. You don't even need a complex math to do it.
Yeah.
And he, another Greek, maybe the same guy, calculated the circumference of the earth in like 1000 BC, and I think he came to the conclusion that the earth was something like 23,000 miles in circumference. It's 26,000. Like the guy fucking nailed it. That's for incredible. Being like and he did it with the moon too, and probably the sun. And so you're telling me that this guy said this, but for the next 3,000 years, people, for reasons, has like, no, we're just gonna tell everybody the earth is flat, and gaining nothing from it. Like every Air Force, every Navy, every merchant marine, every cartographer, every space agency are all lying, and they get nothing out of it. And that's what bothers me about conspiracy theories, because they just don't make any fucking sense. And like what was it? LSD. What was it?
MK Ultra.
MK Ultra. That one makes sense. You can understand why the government will want to control people's minds. Why would they give a shit if you believe the earth is flat or round? That's what bothers me about conspiracy theories.
Why would they want you to think that they didn't land on the moon? I guess like if it was faked, that would help, but the conspiracy theory wouldn't. I guess, I don't know. It helps Kubrick. I think it's Kubrick just did it. Like I think that entire like conspiracy theory is just Kubrick subtly like planting the seeds out there so that people would think that he faked it. Like that's my conspiracy theory.
Go ahead.
Oh no, please.
I think what's very interesting about conspiracy theories is that they really are based on a lot of feeling. And I think the feeling is so true though. Like we do live in a system that is lying to us, that is taking advantage of us, that is, that is exploiting us. There are a lot of things that are not true in the world. You know what I mean? The American dream, one of them. You know what I mean? Like this idea that America are good guys. And I don't think we really learn a comprehensive like understanding of politics in like early age. So like I think it's only natural, unfortunately, for us to be misled by these people who are saying, "Oh, the world's really like this," when actually it's not flat. It's not, lizard people. It's not QAnon, whatever the fuck QAnon believes. You know what I mean? But it's literally that we live in a system that is exploitive to us by nature. They're taking advantage of us, and like it's right that it's good that we feel that we're being taken advantage, but much of our energy and our emotions are being misdirected in a way that is not helpful to us at all. You know what I mean? Imagine if all those conspiracy theorists were all literate on, not literate, but like literate. Although that's funny, but literate like on like, political theory and understood capitalism, and like people will be like, oh, it's not lizard people, it's literally that rich guy. He just wants to have all his money and fuck us all over and the planet by the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like every fucking like kids movie we make, half of them have that exact plot line. It's so obvious that when we grow up, we have to invent these other conspiracy theories to replace
literally
the truth. And but I think that's also like the conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
The one conspiracy theory I think is absolutely true is that half the conspiracy theories out there are just plants from the people who actually have the true conspiracy theories. Like this, I guarantee you, flat earthers, if it ever comes out that like the CIA promoted the flat earth conspiracy theory, I would 100% believe that, because it does exactly what you're saying. It distracts us from the clear, and like we all feel that something's wrong. We all generally recognize there's something broken with the system out there. And the conspiracy theories give us something to point to that isn't the real problem.
Exactly.
And so those, the flat earthers, who benefits from the proliferation of that conspiracy theory? The ruling class. Because we're pointing our fingers at people who don't matter instead of the people that do.
Yeah. They're self-aware enough to know they're getting fucked over, but they're not smart enough to figure out why. And so they're just trying to grasp on anything to and another thing that plays a big part into it is people love leftists. We know this very well. There's no better feeling in the world than knowing something other people don't. It is a great feeling. You're like, you guys don't have this, esoteric knowledge from the ivory tower. Let me tell you how things really are. And they're doing the idiot's version of that. And it's just funny how quickly it breaks down. Like how quickly it breaks down with like just 4 or 5 simple questions. And like with the examples, I think back to the moon landing is that they say, oh, we couldn't have gone to the moon. And when you look at what it takes to go to the moon, all you need are rockets and trigonometry. That is it. That's it. That's all you need to go to the moon. And like, you guys have all heard that the spaceships we sent to the moon are less complex than a calculator, today. And it's like, it's 11th grade math. It's not even like super difficult math to figure out like the trajectory of the moon and its position to the earth. It's insane. And COVID masks. COVID mask is another one that I really love. So you guys remember, back in the glory days of 2020, when we had everybody locked down, we had to be masked just like the lefties wanted. We were all rock hard for that shit. But remember how people would say that, well, these masks are useless, they don't work, and they're only making us wear masks because they want to control you. They want to see how far you'll go to obey them. And I was like, that is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Because Chuck, you're telling me that this mask is a test to see how compliant you are. Now, you live in a country where the police can kill you whenever they want. Your tax dollars are sent to fund 800 military bases around the world. You can't afford health insurance. You never get to see your kids. Like, and you guys complain about how the United States is a tyrannical nation all the time, and you still pay your taxes every year like a good fucking little citizen, don't you? So listen, like what is wearing a mask gonna tell them about you that they don't already know? They know you'll do what they tell you to do. And it's just like, it was just so dumb. But once again, they know they're getting fucked over, but not smart enough to figure out why.
Yeah, I think that's a beautiful point of us intersecting all of our thoughts right now into one like space. Cause like even John is like talking about how they're using it to distract us. I think that is the Republican Party's favorite conspiracy theory is that like, oh, the government shutting down is somehow is them trying to control us, the litmus test for control. And it's like, really, we're just trying to make sure everybody's okay. But they have an incentive in the fact that they have an army of, conspiracy theorists. I call them zealots because they're conspiracy zealots, but that they're ready to defend any government action that might help, the people, but also hinder the economy in a sense that we had to shut down the economy. So they have an incentive of having that army right there being like, no, never shut down the economy. Don't listen to the government. And that's what businesses want. They want to keep the motherfucker going, even if we dying. They don't give a fuck. It's all about money. It's all about dollars. It's all about GDP or whatever. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. I thought the moon landing conspiracy was an attempt to bankrupt the Soviet Union. Not my thought. Buzz Aldrin, don't come at me. Yeah, it's like because a lot of questions they ask is like, well, why did we go to the moon in the first place? We didn't give a shit about the moon. Yeah, sure, there was some value in like finding moon rocks to find out the composition of the moon's crust, and so we can kind of discover where it came from. But the real reason that we went to the moon was to flex on the Soviet Union and show them that we had technology capable of getting that high into space, and if we could do that, we could drop a nuclear bomb on you from anywhere. That was the whole point. That's the entire point of it. And that explanation makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. It makes a hell of a lot more sense than they did it just to make you think we went on the moon for no discernible
just to
reason.
lie to the Russians, and to make them think that we went to the moon, even though we didn't actually go, so they would bankrupt themselves.
Well, and that's actually a great point because when in 1969, when we got to the moon, the Soviets never disputed it once. Not once. Like the entity that had every possible incentive to tear this apart as a lie said, "Yep, looks like they got to the moon." And if they believed it, I don't know why we shouldn't either. It's wild.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you for watching the show today. If you made it this far into the show, you are our favorite viewer. Not anyone else that made it this far. The one that is listening to this right now, you're our favorite. So thank you very much. However, if you haven't liked and subscribed, you just lost that title. So do it to get it back. And then after you do that, make sure to check out our guest because he's pretty cool and he's going to tell you where you can find him.
All right, what's up, guys? Full-time streamer here, TikToker. You can find me anywhere, anytime at GoofyWise. Come check me out. Talk politics, talk anime, talk shows, talk movies. We're all about it.
Thanks a lot, man. GoofyWise is a great creator. I've been following him for a while. Fantastic content. I never had any beef with him until just now when he did the Gen Z heart because my hands are too old and decrepit to do that. So it bothers me.
Mine are barely making it there, goddamn.
Yeah, it's like I got this shit going on here.
How do you do
this one? And this, it's like a peace sign, but you just turn it into a heart.
No, it's like fire in my joint. Yeah. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, all three of us. Please check out his content, and we appreciate you guys. Peace out.